Hi everyone and welcome back to my garage. In this video we're going to look at the fuel filter change and what's required for that. So let me turn our fuel filter is right down here, so you're going to remove the side cover. On an XLT it'll just lift up, and what you're going to make sure you need, of course, is the filters themselves. Now you can buy them from a Mahindra dealer. Mine's a little bit further away from me, so I've actually just ordered these online, which is nice because it's a 2-pack, which means I'm ready for the next change. And what you really want to make sure you have when you order these filters is this gasket here, and then the other, and it's somewhere in the package here right there, the other small little round gasket that you see that goes right in here. And be careful, because I believe the Mahindra kit, when you order the filters, they don't have the gaskets. So you'll have to order them separately from the parts department, where some of the kits, I just purchased this one online from Amazon. I'll put a link below. As here in Canada, it's a little bit harder to find some of these sometimes, and the OEM one from Mahindra for some reason is like crazy money. So I'll put a link below, that way you'll have it easier. Now, having said that, we're going to glove up and I will show you what the change is like. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. You want to make sure your engine is off. We've gloved up, and then all you're going to really want to do, you want to be very careful. Ideally, we do want to wipe this down. Sorry, I'm just off camera grabbing. I should have had it ready to go. I forgot. A cloth. Just give it a bit of a clean around, and that way you're not taking a chance of contaminating anything. It's more when we're putting our new filter on versus taking this one off. Now you want a catch pan underneath to catch some of the fuel, and you don't want to go too quickly, but you want to go quick enough that and you want to, as you notice, I'm going to just post that in the video. This is the first time servicing it, so it's been really tight. Now, when you get to this point, you're going to see some fuel leak. It's going to keep feeding fuel until you've completely removed the filter housing, hence why we want to be gloved up. So as soon as you remove that, boom, we're done. It's not going to feed fuel anymore. Empty out your filter into your catch pan. And what I'll do is move the camera so you'll be able to see me remove this and what our next steps happen to be. Now you want to be careful, because I can see the gasket from in here has come off, which means it's likely still on the housing itself unless it's fallen into the catch pan. So you want to make sure you know where that little gasket is that's sitting in there. You don't want to put a new gasket and still have it stuck on the housing. So hopefully it's in the catch pan with the rest of the fuel that it just poured out. Okay, so the next part is you want to make sure that the canister is nice and clean. You don't want to have any debris in there. So, you'll notice there's a little bit of debris in there. That's something you can use a bit of diesel fuel to wash it out, but realistically, you want to get in with a good cloth, a little bit of cleaner, get it cleaned out. Your best bet's cloth, maybe even a little toothbrush or a scraper just to scrape out that dirt. And then I'm going to step off, do that rather than bore you, and come back and show you how to insert the canister and put it back on. Okay, so we've cleaned out the canister. You can see it's nice and clean inside. Give it a good wipe down. just as a safety note, remember to whatever cloth you're wiping down with, have a special storage container. You don't want to leave a cloth with fuel or oil on it just sitting in an open bucket, because it can be a fire hazard. Okay, so now we take our filter, we can insert it, and what you're going to want to watch is you're going to see there's some notches in here and some notches around the outside of the filter. So you want to make sure those are lined up so it drops in relatively easy. From our kit, we're going to want to take our 2 gaskets. I'm going to start with the larger one. Going to put it on the outside right here. And a little helpful, or hopefully a helpful hint, is your old gaskets, don't throw them out. Since we've got a Ziploc bag, put them back in your Ziploc, so next time you go to service this, if you didn't have a 2 filter kit like I have, you're only getting a 1 filter, you end up getting it and all of a sudden you're missing your gaskets, or heaven forbid a gasket fail while you're using the tractor and you're seeing some fuel leaking. You've got a spare gasket you could use to finish your job, or finish the job until you get your replacement gaskets. So they're always good to do that. Now I'm going to reposition the camera. We've put in that other gasket right in the center there, you can see, and I'm going to reposition the camera, show you how to install it, and give you a couple of tips. Okay, so our next step here is we're going to reinstall this. It's very easy, because we're just going to put it on here and start twisting it closed gently. Now, what you want to be careful with when you're doing this is, as you put it on here, it's going to start feeding fuel back into our housing. And at a certain point, if it's not fully inserted into the housing up here, we are going to get fuel leaking. So down below, you can't see, but I have the catch pan placed there just in case, because as soon as you put pressure, you'll see already it's pretty much full, and there's a little bit of leakage coming out, because you don't want to go too quick, because heaven forbid you misthread this. You don't want to start putting it on, misthread it, and then you've ruined your threads on the housing and you'll need a new housing. So you want to take your time, get it installed up there. Now you'll notice I'm just drying the outside, because you also don't want to over tighten this housing, because it is plastic. And then what you should do, just to make sure, because something, yeah, okay, I think that looks okay. See, for example, I don't like the way this went on. You want to inspect it. I can see this one part of the gasket is just not installed properly. And that's just how it just happened to catch itself going on here. It's not sitting properly, and if it doesn't sit properly, it's going to mean we're going to have a leak. So let's just loosen and tighten it back up again. Take a good look, and we want to feel around. And I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because that just gives you an idea, because these things can happen. Just a gasket twisting, and all of a sudden, you don't have a good seal and you'll have a leak. Now, this is actually my first time changing this fuel filter myself. I had the dealership change it with the first set of service, but I like to be able to do some of my own service, especially if it comes up in the winter months when it's cold and or they don't have time to be able to come out and get to me. So I think we're nice and tight. I want to make sure it's all dried up. And what I'm basically doing now is just checking to see if we have any leaks, and as an example, there is, I still think that gasket's not sitting quite right. So I'm just going to stop the camera, pull it completely off, just do a quick check on that gasket, and then I'll come back and we'll take you through the final steps. All right, just a little disclaimer. Yes, this video is a repeat of the previous segment. I did that as I had some video issues, and the last portion of this didn't record properly. So once I readjusted that gasket to the top, you reinsert it, and you'll notice that there'll be no leaks. And once you've checked that there's no leaks and it's seated properly, what you're going to want to do is hop onto the driver's seat, turn your ignition, let it go through the preheat system, and then start the tractor. Now, what it will also do is make sure that the fuel line is fully pressurized so that there's no air in the system, and then start up the tractor, let it run for a minute while checking that there's no leaks coming from the fuel filter housing, and that way you'll know that all is good. If you're seeing any leaks, shut the tractor down, remove the housing, just make sure that your gasket or O-ring hasn't shifted out of place, and then you should be good. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and check for more on this series.